Good morning, students. Last time we have studied statement flow control statements in which there are sequence, selection, and iteration. Sequence, as we studied, is a sequence of statements which are executed one by one accordingly. But we have to study in deep selection and iteration. Okay. So today I am teaching you what are the various types of selective statements in detail. Okay. There are basically four types of selection statements. First one is the if statement, second one is if else statement, third is if elif statement, last one is nested statements. Now first, the if statement. It tests a condition, and if the condition evaluates to true, it executes some instruction and does nothing if condition is false. It means the if statement evaluates a condition. If the condition is true, then the statement below if block are executed, otherwise nothing is done. Okay, let's see it with the help of example. This example, with the help of this example, we are going to check whether a given number is positive number or not. Okay, first of all, we read a number with the help of input method, and whatever the user is going to enter is converted with the help of int function, okay, into integer. Suppose the input method takes argument in the form of string, and this string is converted into integer. So whatever the value is stored in the variable num is of type integer. This is input method syntax. Now with the help of this statement, use number can get a value in the form of integer value. Now we will check whether the number is greater than equals to 0. So this is the condition. Here you have to put blocks. Block means colon also. Colon. Okay. If number is greater than equals to 0, so this is the condition. Suppose if the value of number is 5, then 5 is greater than equals to 0. Yes, this condition is true. If this condition is true, then the statement written with indentation. There is only one statement written with indentation. This is indentation. The statement written with indentation is going to be executed. If this is false, then the statement outside the if block are executed. This print statement is outside the block. This statement is always executed because it is after the if block. Okay. So let us see what is this. If number is greater than equals to 0, here we check the condition, check the number. If it is greater than 0, then we print number. The value of number is whatever the user input from here. Number is a positive number. And after this checking, this is always printed. This is always printed with this line is always at the bottom of the output screen. Let us see. Enter any number. This is the output. Enter any number. Suppose we have entered 6. Okay. Then press enter over here. Then our output is 6 is a positive number. 6 is the value of number. Okay. Then is a positive number is printed by taking a space. Okay. Here is a space, and is a positive number is printed as it is. The value of number is printed over here. And this print statement is outside the if block. It is always printed. So this is always printed. This statement is always printed. So this is an example of simple if statement. Okay. Whether if the condition is true, it will be executed. If it is false, it will be ignored. Okay. Now another case. Second one is the if else statement. If else statement. In this case, if this condition is false, we have not chosen any option what to do. But in this case, if condition is false, the else block will be executed. Let us see what is written in it. In this type of statement, The if condition evaluates first. If it is true, then the statement indented below if are executed. If it is false, then the statement below else are executed. It means if the if block statement condition is true, then if block are executed, otherwise else block are executed. Let us see it with the help of example. Practice all these examples, okay, or practice all this example in the script mode, okay. Type it in script mode, then save it, then run it, okay. This is the sequence of execution. Now this is an example. Program to check whether the given number is positive or negative. Now here we check both cases, positive and negative. In last case we only check whether the number is positive, but here we check both the cases. Again, number equals to int, input, enter any number. Okay, same syntax which was in the last program. If number is greater than equals to 0, if number is greater than equals to 0, it means if this condition is true, means the number is positive. Print number is a positive number. If this condition is false, then what to do? Then the number is negative number. So else, in else block we have written with the indentation. This statement is in if block, this statement is in the else block, because they are written with indentation. Anything which you write with some indentation, they belongs to that block, okay. Print number is a negative number. Whatever the value of the number is, it is a negative number. First output, see the first output. Enter any number. I have given here -5. Then output, next statement, -5 is a negative number, because this value number is compared here. Number is greater than equals to 0. No, -5 is not greater than equals to 0. So this condition is false. So this statement is not going to be executed. We go to else block, and else block, print number. The value of number is -5 is a negative number. Now let's see when this condition is true. Output number 2. Enter any number. Now I have given value 5. Value 5. Then if number is greater than equals to 0, if 5 is greater than equals to 0, this condition is true. So if this condition is true, then the statement within the if block are executed. Means 5 is a positive number. 5 is a positive number. Okay. Let's see another example. Program that checks whether the given number is odd or even. Now we check. We first enter a number and check whether the given number is odd or even. Same input, with the help of input method, we read a number. This is reading technique. Now in this if number modulo 2, if number modulo 2 is equals to 0. Modulo, this is a modulus operator. I have already shown what is modulus operator. Modulus operator actually divides the number. Suppose if I have written 5 modulo 2, it means 5 is divided by 2, 2 2s are 4, and remainder is 1. Okay. So if 5 modulo 2, then answer is 1. It will always give remainder. Okay. So if number modulo 2 is equals to 0, it means if number is completely divisible by 2, means equal to 0 means it is completely divisible by 0. If it is completely divisible by 0, it means the number is even number. So in this block we write number is even number. If number is not divisible by, if this is not equals to 0, so it means this condition is false. So we reach to our else block, print number is odd number. Let us see. Enter an integer 4. 4 is our number. 4 modulo 2. 4 divided by 2. Remainder is 0. Yes, remainder is 0. Then if this condition is true, then this print statement is executed. This is not executed. So print 4 is even number. 4 is even number. So this is the concept of if else block. We have shown with 2 examples. Now our next statement is the if elif statement. If elif. Previous two examples show only one condition. The if statement, the if else statement, in which there are only one condition. But in this, sometime there are more than one condition to check. In that case, we can use if elif statement. If we have more condition, okay, more than one condition, then we can use if elif statement. Let's see with the help of example. Example here, program that read two number and an arithmetic operator and display the computed result. It means we read two numbers, and apply some operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, okay, and then result will be displayed. Let us see how we can do this. Number one, it is of float type. Whatever the input will give, it will be converted into float. Float means decimal number also. Float means decimal number also. We can multiply or divide decimal number also. That's why we written float. If we read int, then it will not include the decimal part, fraction part. That's why we have written float here. Number one is readed. Number two is readed with the help of input method. Both are of float type. Float means decimal number. Now operator the variable is op. Input enter operator. This is printed as it is. Enter operator. Your choice is plus, minus, multiply, divide and modulus. Plus, minus, multiply, divide and modulus. You can any one of these. You can give any one of these. In result equals to 0. Result is initialized to 0. If operator equals to plus, suppose you have read first number, second number, then you have to give operator. You press plus with the help of keyboard. Okay. So if operator equals to plus, then what to do? Result equals to number 1 plus number 2. Number 1 is added with number 2 and it is stored in our variable result. Another condition, elif. Here we have written elif. First condition, second condition. Elif operator equals to minus. So look at here. All these are written in single quotation, because here I have not written any typecasting, integer, float, because input will give string. So these are strings. Okay, whatever you press with the keyboard, plus, minus, these are all characters. Okay, that's why I have written here single quotes, because this will return string type output. Result equals to number 1 minus number 2. Elif operator equals to multiply. Result equals to number 1 multiply number 2. Elif operator equals to divide. Result equals to number 1 divided by number 2. If operator, elif operator is equals to modulus, then result equals to number 1 divided by number 2 and the remainder will be stored in result. So here are multiple conditions. First condition, second condition, third, fourth, fifth condition. If all these conditions are not satisfied and user has given that operator which is not in our list, so else block will be executed. It means if all these conditions are false, else block will be executed and here a message will be given, invalid operator. Okay, and at the last this statement is always executed after checking all these conditions. Print number 1, the value of number 1 is printed, then operator what is used, then number 2, then equal to sign, then value of result. Let us see with the help of example. Enter first number. Suppose I have given value 5. This enter first number. Then this statement execute. Enter second number. We have given 2. Then this third statement executed. Enter operator plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus. then enter operator plus minus multiply divide modulus. I have given multiply. Okay, multiply. So multiply here, this case, multiply here is this case. Elif operator equals to multiply, the result equals to number 1 multiply number 2, whatever the value of I have given number 1 number 2. Look at here, the number 1 is 5.0 and number 2 is 2.0. Why it is written 5.0 and 2.0? Because they are read as a float type. Okay, they are converted into float type variable, that's why they are given 5.0. If I read 5, it is written as 5.0. 5.0 multiply 2.0, this statement, number 1 operator number 2 equals to result. What is the result? Result is come from here, number 1 multiply number 2. Okay, which is 5 into 2 10.0. So this condition is true, this result will be stored, and all these remaining condition are false, and this last statement is executed, because else is not executed if any one of these is true. If any one of these is true, else is not executed. If all these are false, then the else part will execute. You can check this program for various conditions. Okay, then you will easily understand it. First you make the program, save the program, and then check it. You can understand it, easily understand it. Now our last one is the nested if statement. Nested if statement means within if block there are some more condition, within else block there are some other condition. So this type of statements are called nested if statement. Let us see. It means there is another condition in the if block or in elif block or in else block. There is another condition in if block, in elif block or in else block. Such type of statement are nested if statement. तो इस तरह के statement को nested if statement कहते हैं. Example, program to check if the number is positive, negative or 0. Previously we have checked positive and negative. Now we also check it is 0 or not. Let us see. Again read the number, float type, input a number. If number is greater than equals to 0, we will check whether the number is 0 or positive. Whether the number is 0 or positive. Now in this if block we have written all these statements. Okay, because all these are written with some indentation in this if block. Okay, in this if block, if this condition is true, it means the number is 0 or greater than 0. Then I will check another thing. What is number is equals to 0? क्या number 0 है? If it is 0, if this is true, then print 0. If this is false, it means number is not 0, but it is positive. That's why we have entered in this section. It means if it is not 0, that it means it is positive. Then else print positive number. Okay, so here we will check two things: the number 0 or number positive, because we have entered by checking the condition number is greater than equals to 0. Number 0 भी हो सकता है और positive भी हो सकता है. For 0, I will check this condition, and if this is false, then number is positive. If this is false, if our first condition is false, it means the number is negative. So the else block will be executed. All these statements are not going to execute because this is false. If this condition is false, it will always go to its else part. It will always goes to its else part. Else part will be print negative number. Let us see. First output, enter a number. Suppose I have given 5, positive number. Positive number. Enter a number. -1. Here I have given -1. The else part will be executed. Negative number. Enter a number. I have given 0. 0 will be executed. If block and the condition of this if is true, this 0 will be printed. So this is the logic of nested if. Nested if, because in if there is another if condition. Okay, this if will also be in else part also. This if will also be in the elif part also. It depends on the logic of your program. So study all these topics, make the program, you will easily understand it. Okay, you can also install Python in your mobile also. Okay, I will show you how to install. Okay, okay, that's all for today. Goodbye.